to a cool day in Southwest Florida, and welcome to Fort Myers. It's JetBlue Park. It's the Yankees and Red Sox. It's spring training, Grapefruit League action. Hi, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Jerry Remy. Welcome to Red Sox baseball. Well, Jerry, we saw Will Middlebrooks leave the game, and it looked like he was pretty bad at the time. Good news is he's in the lineup for the Red Sox today.
Yeah, a few days ago against the Baltimore Orioles, he took a swing, and it was that same wrist that bothered him last season, and we were very concerned about that. And the good news, though, is it was just a little bit of a scare for Middlebrooks. I talked to him the other day. He said it kind of popped out of its socket a little bit and then went popped back in. So he was back taking batting practice as early as 2 days ago and back in the lineup this afternoon for the Red Sox. So that's very good news for Boston and certainly for Will Middlebrooks.
Also today, one of the exciting things about spring training is seeing the younger players, and making some noise so far during the spring has been Jackie Bradley Jr.
I'm anxious to watch him play, Don. You know, John Farrell was talking about him this morning. He said he's a special talent. He talked about a play he made yesterday in the ball game and how his instincts, kind of took over on moving on counts, which is unusual for young guys to do. He says he does all the little things very, very well, and he's really building up a big name for himself down here in camp. So he's going to be in there in the starting lineup this afternoon. Anxious to see him play baseball.
On the mound today for the Red Sox is Ryan Dempster. It's Red Sox and Yankees from JetBlue Park. We're back with the first pitch right after this. Sox Spring Training Baseball in Nesson is presented to you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. Welcome back to JetBlue Park in Fenway South. Red Sox and the Yankees Spring Training Baseball. Very special ceremony just took place here at JetBlue Park. With more, here's Jenny Dell.
Yes, Don, it was a very special moment here. It is Military and Veterans Awareness and Appreciation Day here at JetBlue Park. So they had a special moment of silence and a seat dedication. Now, this is all to represent and help those in a moment of silence to honor prisoners of war and those missing in action. This seat, which has been permanently placed at the base of the center field flagpole, will remain unoccupied to honor those. And the ceremony was represented by the Red Sox Foundation and Mass General Hospital Run to Home Base program. And Don and Jerry, I'm actually doing the Run to Home Base again this year, and I suggest everyone checks that out. It's runtohomebase.org, a great program for a great cause.
All right, Jenny, thank you very much. I know you did it last year, and I'm sure they'll be glad to have you back this year once again. As you see the breeze here, JetBlue Park is kind of a gust here. It is also a little bit on the chilly side as the Red Sox and Yankees get started today in spring training. Last 2 days have been very cool down here in Fort Myers, and you may see some jackets on here again today. Ryan Dempster is on the mound for the Red Sox today. Of course, spending time last year with the Cubs, as well as finishing the year with the Texas Rangers. See the numbers in the combined numbers, 28 starts. He was 12-8. Much different numbers for him in the National League last year than the American League. With the Cubs, he had a 2.25 earned run average. He was 5-5. But with Texas finishing up the year, he was 7-3, a better record, but an ERA of 5.09 in a Rangers uniform last year.
The defense today for the Red Sox will have Will Middlebrooks at third base, Stephen Drew, the shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second, and Mike Napoli, the first baseman. Left to right, Daniel Nava, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Jackie Bradley Jr. And David Ross doing the catching for Dempster.
It's time now to take a look at today's Yankees batting order, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Yankees have Brett Gardner leading it off in left field. Eduardo Nunez at shortstop at second. Jason Nix at second base. Juan Rivera is the DH batting fourth. Dan Johnson at first base with Melky Mesa in center field. Zoilo Almonte is in right field. Corbin Joseph at third base batting eighth. And Bobby Wilson does the catching. He bats ninth. So ready to lead it off here is Brett Gardner, a healthy Brett Gardner for the Yankees. Gardner starting in left field in today's game. Ryan Dempster ready with the first pitch of the ball game, and that's in there for strike one, and we're underway.
Now Dempster making his second start of the spring. Worked 2 innings against St. Louis a couple of days back. No hits, no runs, no walks, a couple of strikeouts.
That's in there for strike two.
See the fastball, breaking ball, split-fingered fastball from Dempster.
The veteran has been in the majors since 1998 when he broke in with the Florida Marlins in time with the Reds. Last 8 seasons with the Cubs. This is grounded softly left side. Stephen Drew tried to barehand and throw, but too much speed for Gardner. He knew he had to get there in a hurry. The only shot he had was barehanded, and he can't make the play.
Yeah, if he goes to the glove, he's got no chance at all to get Gardner at first base. Just a little swimmer towards shortstop, and Drew has to come in, try to barehand it. Can't hold on to the baseball. Even if he does, I don't believe he gets Gardner at first base.
Gardner can fly, and always a threat to steal at first as he's aboard to begin things. Held on by Mike Napoli down there at first base, and brings up Eduardo Nunez. Nunez getting a lot of time for the Yankees, both at short and at third base, for the injuries to Derek Jeter and to Alex Rodriguez. As Nunez stands in on the right side and takes strike one. I'm talking a lot about injuries. The Yankees have been hit by that injury bug. Of course, Jeter going down last year in the postseason. Alex Rodriguez just having hip surgery. Youkilis had a problem for a few days, but is now back with the Yankees. And the big loss is Curtis Granderson as he fractures his arm, hit by a pitch on the first at bat of his spring training. So that could change your roster in a hurry.
Yeah, the combination of that and the World Baseball Classic, they don't have many players left in camp.
Good size lead at first for Gardner. Chop towards second base. Pedroia will touch second. Fire to first for 2.
That's one of those ground balls where you're saying, just get to me, please. I've got the bag in control. Get that second hop, tag the bag, throw to first base, and complete the double play. Ball sits so high, you're just begging for that second hop to get to you so you can get it there in first in time to get the deuce.
So 2 down here in the first inning for Jason Nix, playing at second base for New York. He got into 74 games a year ago with the Yankees, hitting at .243, 4 home runs coming off the bench for the Yankees. One of their bench players a year ago. As he takes strike one. Now the Red Sox hoping that Ryan Dempster this year will do what he's done in the past, and that's really log a lot of innings. A guy who's used to going 200 innings. He's done that at least 200 innings and 30 or more starts 7 times in his career. There's a high drive to center, but Ellsbury's back there with room to reel it in. So the Yankees are gone in the first. The Red Sox are coming up. Back at JetBlue Park, Fenway South, as the Yankees don't score in the top of the first. Red Sox coming up in the bottom of the first, and the Red Sox lineup is brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. Jacoby Ellsbury leading it off in center field. Dustin Pedroia at second base. Stephen Drew at shortstop bats third with Mike Napoli at first base. Daniel Nava in left with Will Middlebrooks at third base batting sixth. Jared Saltalamacchi is at DH seventh with David Ross doing the catching. So both catchers in there today. And it's Jackie Bradley Jr. who gets a start in right field. Chance to see him play today. And was Salem and Portland a year ago. Red Sox will deal with Adam Warren today, a right-hander going for New York. Last year at Scranton Wilkes-Barre, he made 26 starts, 7 and 8, with 3.71 earned run average. Spending the year with the AAA Yankees, 107 Ks to 46 walks. He gets the nod today, and leading it off for the Red Sox is Jacoby Ellsbury. In there for strike one to Ellsbury. He'll be hitting at 271 last year in 74 games. Another shortened season for him. Injuries have been a problem for Jacoby Ellsbury over the last few years. And he sprays this one foul and is down 0-2. Breeze blowing out towards right center field today, and it is somewhat of a gust as Dustin Pedroia waits on deck. Ryan O'Nora has the plate today for the umpires. Tim Timmons, Jeff Kellogg, and Bob Davidson working the bases today. Ellsbury will foul that off. Well, great to be with you today as the Red Sox and Yankees sort of meet here today, Jerry. This lineup for the Yankees really not indicative of what we'll see on opening day when the Red Sox and Yankees get together.
Not at all, and that's kind of been the story over the last couple of years. The Yanks come down to Fenway South and don't bring many of their starters, and as we talked about, they don't have many available to them right now. They're really trying to get themselves healthy for opening day.
Between injuries and the WBC, as this is hooked foul on the right field line and hangs at 1-2.
Nice to see you.
It's great to be back.
Yeah, it's nice to see you. Instead of sitting on the floor over there, you're actually here doing a ball game.
I'm starting the game today, which seems a little strange. But
you're making the whole full salary.
Yes, the whole thing today. We do the lineups in the first inning. So we get used to spring training here and stretching out a little bit. I'd say this is kind of a stretch out day for me.
Yeah.
Full game.
I'm going to add about a total of 40 words today.
Yeah. 1-2 pitch, softly grounded right side. Jason Nix has got it. And Ellsbury retired for the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. So one out and Dustin Pedroia coming up. I mentioned a very special ceremony here at JetBlue Park today, and General Frederick Franks served in Vietnam, Cambodia, and Iraq, earned the Silver Star, Distinguished Flying Cross, Bronze Star, and 2 Purple Hearts. And lives down here in Naples, Florida, throughout the first pitch. And John Farrell catching the ceremonial first pitch here today. Pedroia fouled off the first pitch and is down 0-1. Dustin, who wrapped up last season hitting at .290 with 15 homers and 65 runs batted in.
I'll tell you, it's still chilly out right now down here in Florida, but it was really cool this morning.
Wow.
Little rain in the forecast earlier today, and a lot of clouds, a lot of wind. Actually brightened up nicely here for the ball game.
A little chilly. I got the earmuffs going out there on the monster seats, and fans came ready for today, as you mentioned. Very cold this morning. 2-1 to left field down the line, and that ball is hooking foul.
Everybody takes a look at the baseball. I mentioned this many times, but I think fans are surprised when they get a game ball that how dirty it is.
Already, right
it's
out of the
already
gate.
rubbed up, so it's not slippery for the pitches.
This one grounded by the mound towards Nix. And he's got assists on the first 2 outs. Well, this rivalry renewed here today, Jay.
That's right. And we actually want to hear from the fans at home at what their thoughts are about this Yankees-Red Sox rivalry. So using the hashtag NESSNST13 and also the hashtag SoxYanks. We want to hear from you. What are your thoughts about this Red Sox-Yankees rivalry that we have these days?
2 down here in the first inning.
Thank you, Jennifer.
I notice you've taken to calling her Jennifer lately.
Well, her sister calls her Jennifer, so
okay.
that's why I call her Jennifer now.
Okay.
I don't know how long that's going to last. Probably just once.
Jerry, my sister only calls me Jennifer when I'm in trouble.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So be careful there.
Okay, Jenny.
Thanks, Jerry.
The one pitch just missing outside. And I've had a chance to see Stephen Drew work the last couple of days, and he appears to be back to his normal range, which is very good. And wasn't the case really at all last year, still ailing from the ankles, both ankle troubles that he had as a member of the Arizona Diamondbacks, and last year finished the year in an Oakland A's uniform, but admittedly never 100% last year. And this year coming in very good shape, and John Farrell was talking about him before the game and talking about the differences in personalities really between him and his brother JD, who was very quiet when he was here as a member of the Red Sox. And Stephen Drew appears to be a little bit more outgoing. They're definitely different guys, even though they wear the same number and share the same last name. Drew grounded back to the mound softly. Warren's got it. And it's a 1-2-3 first for Adam Warren. Scoreless from JetBlue Park after one. Second inning back at JetBlue Park. No score as the Red Sox and Yankees meeting here for the first time during the spring. One of two spring training games. And, of course, this team's been meeting since 1913. A total of 1,852 regular season games. And the Yankees with the advantage in that regard. Certainly World Series championships as well. But the two have combined for 24 AL East titles and 33 World Series championships. And the Red Sox will open this 2013 campaign in New York at Yankee Stadium for 3 games against the Yankees, and then head to Toronto for 3 before the Red Sox return home for the home opener. Juan Rivera takes strike one.
It's going to be an expensive trip because we got 2 off days in New York.
Yes.
And New York's not cheap. And then Toronto, very expensive.
And a day game, so we're going to have a night off in Toronto, too.
Really?
I think Saturday's a day game. To short as Drew plays the hop, changed directions on him, but on the run and in time, able to get Juan Rivera for the first out of the second inning.
Yeah, Drew has shown pretty nice range here in spring training. You see where he's playing to slightly to pull for the right-hander Rivera, and makes that throw to first base to pick up the out. Covered quite a bit of ground on that. Ball was not hit very hard and got a nice bounce up around belt high.
I don't know about you, but it was a tough pack, I thought, coming down to spring training. Because not only the 2 months here or close to it, but then We go on the road to begin the year, so you're talking about number of suits. Did you go with the blue blazer for the entire trip? Or?
I'm keeping it a secret, Don. Yeah. Keeping it a secret.
I think I'm on to something. In the air to right down the line, but that one will go foul to the right of the pole. So maybe you didn't have to go through the combinations for 6.
You're already worried about what you're wearing on for the trip.
Well, I packed the end of last week of January. I was packed for the trip down here, so yeah, I had the suit combinations all together then. So,
and I'm the one that's on medication.
Right.
I don't get it.
Dan Johnson batting with a count of 0-2. Dempster had a good first inning. Infield hit for speedster Brett Gardner, but he was retired on a double play that Dempster got Nunez to ground into, and then Nix fly to center as the first out here of the second inning. Number foul, still 1-2.
Split fastball right there from Dempster as he gets that foul tip. As I mentioned, that first outing, a couple of innings for Ryan, and that ball game against St. Louis.
35-year-old will turn 36 May the 3rd. Signing with the Red Sox as a free agent in December. Swing and a miss. Picks up his first K of the day. 2 down.
I think it might have been a little cut fastball, a slider that's working down and in against Johnson, the left-handed hitter. No contact on that ball. That's off the plate.
So 2 down here in the second inning brings up Melky Mesa, center fielder for New York. 121 games the minor leagues last year. 264 for Mesa. It's going to be a very interesting year in the American League East. Always strong, but this year appears to be even stronger with what the Toronto Blue Jays were able to accomplish in the offseason. This is sharply down to third. Middlebrooks to pick it on a hop. A 1-2-3 second inning for Ryan Dempster. We're through an inning and a half from JetBlue. Mike Napoli will be up when we come back. Scoreless as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Red Sox spring training baseball on NESN is brought to you by New Cape Flyers. Summer weekend train service from Boston to Hyannis. Getting to the Cape has never been so easy. For information, go to capeflyer.com or call 508-775-8504. Well, we've been talking a lot about the rivalry so far here today, and we've got some tweets in, Jenny.
Yes, I got a tweet from Eric, and he said that I think the Sox-Yanks rivalry has unfortunately calmed down over the last few years. We need to reignite it this year. And I actually spoke with John Farrell before the game about the rivalry, and he said he does feel it's calmed down to a certain extent, but there's nothing that can take away from the two storied franchises of the Red Sox and the Yankees. But Don and Jerry, he added that the AL East is a very tough, very even division this season, something you were just talking about.
Yeah, it really is. In all the games, of course, the utmost of importance. But it does seem like is right now the teams get along very well. A lot of that animosity is gone from these two rosters at the moment anyway.
Well, it also depends on where they are in the standings.
Right.
I mean, you know, if you got the Yankees up the top and you got the Red Sox winning 69 games, it's not much of a rivalry at that point. So, yes, I agree it has calmed down, but hopefully it will reignite with success for both ball clubs.
Mike Napoli gets into this, sends it out to deep center field. Melky Mesa going back, and that ball is gone. Mike Napoli in a Red Sox uniform has got a home run here during the spring. 24 last year in Texas, and that one now towards right center field and gone a long way.
He's had a very nice start in a Red Sox uniform. Played for the first time a couple of nights ago and was able to make a couple of plays at first base. Got a base hit in the ball game, and now he goes deep. Napoli, big, strong, powerful guy, and that ball was supposed to be away. It stayed up, it stayed in, and Napoli over the 420 marker. He knew he got it good as soon as he made contact.
So taking it out of the deepest part of the yard here at JetBlue Park, and Napoli puts the Red Sox on top 1-0. We've certainly seen so much of that against the Red Sox. Great to have him in a Red Sox uniform now as Daniel Nava takes strike one. Well, he was in line for a big contract for a few years, and certainly after the physical and finding out about the hip situation that he didn't even feel at the time, things changed for him. But important year for him, and really to decide what happens in his future. On the ground foul outside of first. It also appears that he will be at first base more than not for the Red Sox this season. Can catch if need be, but you know, David Ross and you get Jared Saltalamacchia, who are both in the lineup today. It appears that Mike Napoli will be the everyday first baseman.
Yeah, it sounds like they want to keep Napoli away from behind the plate as much as possible and get him in games at first base.
1-2 appeared to fool Bobby Wilson, the catcher. Daniel Nava getting the start in left field today. He's been playing some first base as well, taking a lot of ground balls there on a daily basis. To left field, sending Gardner back onto the base of the track to reel it in.
Breeze today has shifted. It is now blowing out toward right field here at JetBlue Park at Fenway South. Earlier this morning, the wind was blowing straight into the booth, which was not good for us.
No, it's bad for our moss.
It was cold in there, too.
Went out in the second inning as Will Middlebrooks takes the strike and says something back to Brian O'Nora. O'Nora says a few things back to him. Well, Jerry, it certainly did look scary when he left the game in Sarasota, and I think he was scared too. I'm talking to him yesterday. He was real scared at the time that he thought he had re-injured it again, and it was just more of a scare than anything else.
Yeah, good news. Certainly good news for Will Middlebrooks. Good news for the Red Sox that he's back in there. Because I agree with you. When I saw that the other night, I said, oh, man, here we go again.
He was saying that it's something that could happen on occasion. But he knows now not to worry about it, that it's not a re-injury. But it certainly scared him. 30th pitch of the contest for Adam Warren. And that's ball 4 to Middlebrooks.
Let's take a look at the Yankee defense this afternoon. Corbin Joseph at third base. Eduardo Nunez, the shortstop. Jason Nixon second. And Dan Johnson, the first baseman, left to right. Brett Gardner, Melky Mesa in center. And Zoilo Almonte, the right fielder. Bobby Wilson doing the catching for Warren.
One out, one on. Red Sox on top 1-0 thanks to a solo home run out to right center field for Mike Napoli to begin the inning. And here's Jared Saltalamacchia. Saltalamacchia, the DH today. Jared last year with 25 home runs in 121 games. Finished up with a .222 batting average. Saltalamacchia and David Ross sharing time in a tandem this year for the Red Sox. You get the feeling that David Ross may catch more than the average backup as he waits on deck, doing the catching today. John Farrell was asked if one of the pitchers would have a personal catcher and was not committal on that yet, as the Yankees try to turn a double play, and they do. 3-6-3 twin killing to end the inning, but Mike Napoli with a home run to right center field has the Red Sox on top 1-0 after 2. Training establishment, IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. Go to NESN.com/IMG for your chance to win.
Is today the day we're going to see more of your workout? Is that scheduled for today?
Yes, I believe that's the case. Because we were trying to get me to 20,000 followers on Twitter, and it actually happened, I think yesterday was the day. So we made the promise. We got to follow through, and it was quite a workout. Very tiring. It was my first day.
There's more than what we saw that first time.
There is a little more, I think, yes.
An extended workout.
The workout went a lot longer. As I mentioned, it was a 4-hour workout, but that was just the first 5-10 minutes. Well, there's a lot of stretching. It takes some time. Red Sox have a 1-0 lead as we head to the third. Zoilo Almonte, right fielder, leading it off for New York. Nice start to this game for Dempster. Back to Dempster, picks and throws. One down here in the third inning. You wanted it, Jerry. Here it is. You can tell how bad a shape I was in the first day of spring training. I mean, I am gassed early. This is very early in the workout.
Don, this is very impressive. The slow-mo just gets it.
Look at the flexibility, Jerry. Look at that. Especially in the torso area.
It's not just the baseball players that need to be in shape here.
I tell you, that's awful. That's it. What's that guy's name that used to dance? Baryshnikov?
Yeah.
You don't look like him.
Not at all, huh?
No. But the thing that kills me about your workout is the facial expressions.
Oh, I'm into it. I'm in the zone there.
Yeah.
I am in the zone. When I work out, I take it very seriously.
And that brought you to 20,000 Twitter followers?
Yes, something like that. I think we're close to 21 now, and would love to have more. There'll be more where that came from.
Especially after they saw that again.
Yeah. I'm sure that really. But anyway, as you can see now, I have worked out that kind of workout for the last 2.5 weeks, and it's paid instant dividends. It's just not the black shirt and the slimming effect. I mean,
I noticed a difference already.
Yeah, I mean, it's been very, very arduous.
Yeah.
Don, what happens if we want to get you to 25,000 followers?
There's been some conversations about some things I'm willing to do. I think
what he's going to do, Jenny's going to do the same workout in a Speedo.
This is to left. Nava will not get there, and it is a foul ball down the left field line. Very close. Tim Timmons working the line down there for the umpires as Corbin Joseph. Did you say a Speedo?
Yes.
It just got me.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You get to 25, you got to do the same workout in a Speedo.
I'm not doing a Speedo. I am going to take a round of batting practice, though, I think next week with Eno Guerrero.
Oh, I want to see this.
And I'm working on some things. I'm trying to go the opposite way, opposite field, that way a little bit, because I have a tendency to pull.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be the next thing. We get to 25. We'll see. One ground down the first baseline, foul.
I tell you, I'm reconsidering the race that we had planned about 5 or 6 years ago, because after watching your strenuous workout, I still think I could beat you in a race
Today?
I think so. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You have 2 bad knees, yes?
One real bad.
One real bad.
Yeah.
This strike 3 to Corbin Joseph. Second strikeout for Dempster. 2 down.
Now Dempster looks good here early in the ball game in his work, going to the fastball to the inside part of the plate. They set up inside. There's Ross. A little turnover fastball that time, kind of like Maddox, as he picks up that inside corner.
Scheduled to go 3 innings or 50 pitches today, and so far off to a very good start. He's got 25 pitches. He had thrown 15 of first 17 for strikes. Yeah, that pitch is in there for a strike to Bobby Wilson, the catcher for the Yankees. So you think you could beat me right now? I mean, how far are we running?
Well, I can't run far. It'd have to be a
40-yard thing,
very short. Yeah, probably
to first base,
probably
or something?
a 30-yard thing or something like that.
Okay,
but
we could do this. This can happen.
I mean, this is 12-knee operations, and now I found out this off season, that I have no cartilage in my toe.
None.
And
so you still feel.
And I still feel after watching what I just watched, I have a shot.
To third base, Middlebrooks has got it in plenty of time. Ryan Dempster, a very impressive 3 innings here today. His Red Sox have a 1-0 lead after 2.5.
Today's business.
Sox fans, subscribe to MLB.tv Premium today and watch over 150 select live spring training games. Plus, every regular season game is live or on demand on over 250 mobile and connected devices. Visit RedSox.com for details. Our fans in the sun are feeling the warmth of Fort Myers. The Red Sox on top 1-0. It's the last half of the third inning, and David Ross, Jackie Bradley Jr., and Jacoby Ellsbury to bat in the third inning. Well, Jerry, we didn't get to see it today, but today was the best of Don and Jerry, our second in 2012. And
yeah, it's too bad we couldn't see it from the booth here.
We thank Jim White and Mark Malacca, who was able to go back and log some of our fun times, and also some of the stuff that was never on the air was actually this year. Stuff that was off the air never did hit air.
Mistakes like in the open and stuff like that.
All the stuff we mess up. David Ross coming over from the Braves as he cranks his foul off to the right, out of play. A veteran presence for the Red Sox. Ross last year with 9 homers, 23 runs batted in, and a .256 average as a member of the Braves. Did he go? Yes, he did. And it'll throw down to first base just to be sure. As the ball got away from Bobby Wilson, but a strikeout of David Ross. First strikeout for Warren, 1 out.
Yeah, Warren goes to the breaking ball, and Ross cannot check the swing. He was not quite sure. They look to first base. They get the out call, and Ross just makes his way back to the Red Sox dugout.
One down in the third inning for Jackie Bradley Jr. in the start in right field, and the more you hear about this guy as spring training goes on, you got to kind of wonder whether or not he'll begin the year on the Red Sox roster. He's vying for a spot last year in A-ball and Double-A. And if nothing else, John Farrell and the coaching staff have really been impressed by what they have seen from Jackie Bradley Jr.
Yeah, he got glowing reports this morning from John Farrell when Farrell was meeting with the media.
They say you're doing everything well, and that every part of your game is good. That's a good sign.
That's a pretty good sign for a kid in spring training, trying to make an impression on a coaching staff and a manager.
Breaking ball, it slips out of the hand that time of Adam Warren. He's only 22. He'll turn 23 in April. That is on the outside corner. As Brian O'Nora gives Warren that outside corner. It's back-to-back strikeouts for Adam Warren.
That's just about an unhittable pitch right there. That fastball down and away. Very good pitch by Warren. And a very good job by Wilson, the catcher, to make sure it looked like a strike to that home plate umpire.
So second time through now for the Red Sox against Adam Warren as Jacoby Ellsbury. It's his second at bat of the day. Grounded out to second base in the first inning. Only blemish so far for Warren was the home run by Mike Napoli. The difference in the game. Ball and a strike now to Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury now 29 years old. I mentioned Jacoby last year playing in 74 games for the Red Sox. ...2011, a terrific year for Jacoby Ellsbury. A .321 average in 158 games. They had 32 home runs. This is to short. Nunez to his left with a throw that gets there in time. We come back. The Red Sox starting pitcher Ryan Dempster will join Jamie Erdahl. It's 1-0 Red Sox. Red Sox on top of the Yankees as we head to the top half of the fourth inning. Well, today's inside word on NESN comes to you courtesy of Bob's Discount Furniture. Let's go down to field level. Well, Jamie is standing by with Ryan Dempster.
Ryan, 2 scoreless innings on Tuesday, 3 scoreless innings today. Jerry Remy said you look strong out there. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel good. Hopefully this is just something that builds towards the start of the season, and I can throw the ball like this at the beginning of the season. So it was a good day, real efficient, and got some work in.
You're new to the AL East. What is it like with the Red Sox uniform on, facing the Yankees for the first time?
Yeah, I know it's just spring training, but it's still a cool feeling. Obviously, it's one of the best rivalries in all of sports, and it's something that, especially come the regular season, I'm really looking forward to, and being a chance to be a part of it.
All right, thanks for your time, Ryan.
Thank you.
Well, Ryan Dempster, certainly an important part of the Red Sox rotation. And if the Red Sox are to be successful this season, and another successful outing today, had everything working today for him.
Yeah, and didn't really have to get to his pitch count today. Worked the 3 innings in the ball game, taking him out now, and a nice economical afternoon for Dempster. That's 2 good outings for him this spring.
So it's Koji Uehara who's into the game for the Red Sox, first out of the bullpen today. And what an amazing season he had last year with the Texas Rangers. 37 appearances and a 1.75 earned run average in 36 innings with Texas. It was his second year in Texas after breaking into the majors with the Baltimore Orioles. He'd been with the Yomiuri Giants in Japan prior to that. 9 seasons in Japan before coming to the major leagues. Signed by the O's as an international free agent. This is to right. Jackie Bradley Jr. back to make the play on the run. Back towards the warning track. Made it look easy as you get back there in a hurry. 1 down.
And that's after taking a step in. It looked like when on contact, he took 1 step in, but then immediately gauged the line drive and was able to get back and kind of glide toward the baseball. Bradley, of course, playing mostly center field in the minor leagues, and now in right field here in spring training for a couple of games.
One out here in the fourth inning. Eduardo Nunez grounded into a 4-3 double play back in the first inning. Uehara is 37 years old. 5th season now in the major leagues. Ground ball softly towards Pedroia at second base. Gets rid of it in a hurry with Nunez down the line quickly. And 2 down here in the fourth inning as we check back in with Jenny Dell.
You just heard Ryan Dempster talk about it, but Derek at home said on Twitter that he has 3 words about the Yankees-Red Sox rivalry. Beat the Yanks. Exhibition, regular season, postseason, just beat the Yanks. And as you can see here, next inning we're going to be talking about the one Jackie Bradley Jr., so stay tuned.
Doesn't matter when it is.
Yeah,
you just got to beat him every time.
Every time. Play him in the parking lot, beat him there.
2 down in the fourth inning. Jason Nix, the batter. He flied out to center field first time up. There's a pop up to shallow center. Ellsbury makes his way in. And he'll put it away. Wrap up the fourth inning so far. Well pitched game for the Red Sox. First Dempster for 3 and Uehara for an inning. It's 1-0 Boston after 3.5. Red Sox Spring Training Baseball in Nesson is brought to you in part by Bob's Discount Furniture. You score extreme quality, choice, and value at Bob's Discount Furniture. In-store and online at mybobs.com. 1-0 Red Sox on top of the Yankees as we head to the last half of the fourth inning. And New York with a new pitcher after 3 innings from Adam Warner, who pitched well, gave up 1 run on home run to Mike Napoli. It's Jose Ramirez. Last year pitched an A ball. 21 games last year, 7-6 with a 3.19 earned run average, almost 100 innings. 94 strikeouts to 30 walks for the right-hander. Second into the game here for New York. And it'll be 2, 3, and 4 for the Red Sox here in the fourth inning. Dustin Pedroia, Stephen Drew, and Mike Napoli anticipated in the inning. Pedroia grounded out to his counterpart at second base in the first inning. I'm sure I ask you this every spring training, but I'm going to do it again. How long does it take you as a hitter to feel right timing-wise? How many games do you think it is before you feel?
You know, I think it's just different, and I think it's different from year to year. I mean, you could play 4 games and feel like you're ready to start the season, and then the fact is you're down here so long and you get so many at-bats now in spring training, you could fall into a slump in the middle of it. You know, you just really want to be feeling good the last week of spring training. You know, that's when you want your timing to be there. You want everything together so you have a good feeling about going into the start of the season.
1-2 on the ground, left side, deep short. Nunez with a long throw that is not going to be in time. Pretty good stretch by Dan Johnson, but beating it out was Pedroia, well placed on the left side.
Yeah, and a couple of nice plays here too by the Yankee infielders. First Nunez getting to the ball, and then Johnson scooping it at the other end. But Pedroia be able to beat it out just against that front of that bag right before the throw gets there. Pedroia running hard all the way. That's another thing Farrell was talking about this morning, how his players, with one thing he's been very pleased with, how they're all hustling down the line. And believe me, that's not a tough thing to do. I mean, that's one thing you have control over, is how hard you run down that first base line.
Stephen Drew bats with a runner at first and nobody out. Drew grounded back to the mound in the first inning. Adam Warren working the first 3 innings today for the Yankees. 3 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. Walked a batter and struck out 2. Run the home run by Mike Napoli in the second inning, the difference in the game. Johnson holding on Pedroia at first base. Line into right field, a base hit. Pedroia to second base as Almonte gets it back into the infield, and Stephen Drew's got a base hit. Back-to-back hits for the Red Sox to begin the fourth inning. Well, a fun night last night had by all. Jenny Dell with more.
That's right. It was a fun event for Red Sox partners last night, including John Henry, Tom Warner, and Larry Lokino. They were all in attendance for a casino-themed Havana Nights party. All the players actually attended the event to participate in these casino games and meet and mingle with the partners. Alan Webster, I guess he won last night. He was very excited about winning the championship plaque. Don, it was a fun night all around.
Yeah, it looked like a good time. A little different than years past, where they had Dancing with the Stars, and trying to do something different this year. And it sounds like it was a lot of fun at casino night last night. It's in there for strike 1 to Mike Napoli. You a big gambling guy, Jerry Vegas?
No, I like to watch, though. I like the people watch while they're gambling.
I like to watch other people lose money.
Yeah, and I want to see if they're cheating.
So you kind of like casino security, really.
I kind of like walking into a casino, you know, and sitting at the end of the bar and just kind of spinning around and watch everybody gamble.
While risking none of your own money.
None. None. Absolutely none.
Do you watch poker on television, too? Are you one of those guys?
No. Just when I go on vacation, I watch it.
Mike Napoli batting with 2 on and nobody out in the inning, and he's able to hit a home run in the second inning. And then for a strike over the outside corner. Back in the second inning. Mentioned Mike Napoli with 24 home runs last year for Texas. We've seen a lot of this against the Red Sox. Today it's for the Red Sox. Right by the 420 marker in the deepest part of JetBlue Park. Wild swing and a miss for strike 3. First strikeout for Ramirez.
Something off speed that time from Ramirez, keeping the ball down and away. Remember, the home run Napoli hit was on a ball that was up in the zone. This time they go down and away with something off speed, and Napoli out at his front foot for the strikeout.
So 1 out, runners at first and second for Daniel Nava. Flied out to the left fielder Brett Gardner in the second inning. It's a fly ball to center this time. Mesa's back there with plenty of room as he makes the catch. Tagging at second is Pedroia. And no throw to third as Pedroia goes into the slide and moves over just 90 feet away now with 2 down. So first and third, 2 away, and Will Middlebrooks coming up. He walked in the second inning. Only free pass served up for either side. I would imagine coming back from any kind of season-ending injury where you have the rest of the season to think about it, all off-season to think about it, and then you come into spring training, it's got to be something very hard to get over mentally, I would think.
Oh, absolutely. You know, you don't know until you really start working out how it's going to feel, and then you don't know how it's going to be when you get in games. And there's always that question mark in your mind. You know, what happens on that first check swing? What happens on that first throw that I've got to make, really, you know, being the right wrist? And, you know, there's all kind of doubts in your mind. But you do the most you can to rehab it, get it as strong as you can, and hope for the best. And certainly it looks like it's been the best for Will Middlebrooks. I remember coming off knee surgeries, and you go through the off-season workouts as we look at that incident on Thursday where he did hurt the wrist again. But you know, you come off those things and you're physically prepared, but you don't know how it's going to react when you start to play the game. And you can go through all your workouts and all that stuff, but until you get into games, that's where you get the confidence.
Now Monty can't get there as it lands in foul ground. A long way to go, and jumps up into the seats.
Because basically everything you do in the offseason to prepare for the season is under control. You know, you don't take many check swings, obviously, when you're taking your batting practice in the offseason. You don't do things like that. You don't dive for ground balls, you know, stuff like that. So it's really when you get in games is when you find out just how good you feel. Or don't feel.
A chance here for Middlebrooks to do some damage with runners at first and third, 2 down. Starting and stopping at first base was Drew on a foul ball. It's just beyond the Red Sox dugout.
It used to drive me crazy as an infielder when guys would do that start and stop, because it always pulled me out of position. And that kind of left a wide open gap between first and second. The second baseman there was going to cover the bag, and that right side of the infield was wide open.
On the ground to short, Nunez has got it. He'll go underhanded to second to end the 4th inning. So the Red Sox strand a pair. We are through 4 from JetBlue Park. Red Sox have a 1-0 lead. Chill out at spring training with Nesson and a Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee in hand by entering the Chilled Out at Spring Training sweepstakes. For your chance to win a trip to Fort Myers, follow Nesson and use hashtag Dunkin' Ice Sweeps to tell us how you most enjoy a Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. For more details or to enter online, visit Nesson.com/Dunkin' Donuts. As we get ready for the 5th inning, Jenny Dell joins us once again.
We're talking about Duncan hashtags. I'm going to talk about another hashtag, hashtag Bradley Jr. We talked about it before. John Farrell very impressed with Jackie Bradley Jr. in his first big league camp. So far, he's gone 8 for 16. That's 500 in his first time in big league camp. We want to know what the fans at home think about Jackie Bradley Jr. So let me know, hashtag Bradley Jr.
And fun to watch him play here today as he gets a start in right field. And here's Juan Rivera to lead it off, and he takes strike one from the new Boston pitcher, the tall lefty into the game, Andrew Miller. 53 appearances last year, 3-2, a 3.35 earned run average. Opponents hitting under 200 against him at 194. Out ahead of this is Rivera. Defensive replacement for the Red Sox also at first base. Mike Napoli's day is over, and Mauro Gomez now at first base. Mike Napoli responsible for the only run in the game, his home run in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Swing and a miss, and a good start for Andrew Miller. Strikes out the first Yankee that he faces.
That fastball at about 95 miles an hour throws it right by Rivera. Up about letter high inside part of the plate.
So one down here in the 5th, and it brings up Dan Johnson, who was a strikeout victim in the 2nd inning. One of 2 strikeouts for Ryan Dempster. Dempster started today for the Red Sox, 3 shutout innings, gave up just 1 hit. It was an infield hit for Brett Gardner, then he retired everybody else that he faced. Koji Uehara with a 1-2-3 4th inning, and now Andrew Miller in the game for the Red Sox.
Incredible number right now to this point in the ball game. The Red Sox pitchers have only thrown 4 balls in this game. Everything else strikes.
Look out. Check swing foul by where the bad boys and girls are. It was over by the on deck circle. Get over there in a hurry. Popped up, foul ground. That'll get back into the seats and behind home plate. Twelve in a row retired by Red Sox pitching, with 1 out here in the 5th. There is no roof on the screen here at JetBlue Park like there is at Fenway Park. So the fans behind home plate do have a chance for a foul ball. But the screen does go almost dugout to dugout here at JetBlue Park. Johnson badly fooled as he strikes out. Lefty-lefty matchup doesn't work for Johnson, and it's back-to-back strikeouts for Andrew Miller.
That's second time Johnson has gone down today on a breaking ball. One early in the game by Dempster. Now the slider from Miller to pick up the strikeout. So the strikes continue to be thrown by Red Sox pitching. That's pretty nasty right there. Dropping down about 3/4. Guy that throws very hard and then drops that slider on you down and away.
Big swing and a miss for Melky Mesa, center fielder for New York today. Andrew Miller, the former first-round draft choice by the Tigers. Last year for the Red Sox. Appearing in 53 games and all out of the pen. That's after making 12 starts for the Red Sox in 2011. And last year exclusively in the bullpen, and finished the year with a 3.35 earned run average.
Every Yankee hitter so far down in this game that has been at the plate has been down a strike by Red Sox pitching. Tough way to hit.
It's been terrific so far. Dempster, Uehara, and Miller, who strikes out the side. He gets Rivera, Johnson, and Mesa all down by way of the K. We're through 4.5, halfway through this one. Red Sox have a 1-0 lead on some very impressive pitching so far.
Andrew Miller, 3 strikeouts, 1 on a fastball and a couple on sliders. Johnson there going down on a slider, then another slider down and into Mesa to strike out the side. So very impressive inning by Andrew Miller as he takes congratulations in the dugout from his teammates.
Red Sox pitching has been terrific, retiring the last 14 Yankees in a row, and Miller the great inning of relief in the top of the 5th, so it's on to the bottom of the 5th inning and bottom third of the Red Sox order. Jared Saltalamacchia to lead it off. Bounced into a 3-6-3 double play in the 2nd inning. Jose Ramirez returning to the mound for the Yankees here in the 5th. There's a pop-up that is going to find its way back into the seats. Adam Warren, the starter today for New York, went 3 innings, giving up a hit and a run. The home run by Mike Napoli. Walked a batter and struck out 2. Jose Ramirez missing with the pitch outside and falls behind now 3-1 to Saltalamacchia. That's a strike. Salty thought he had ball 4, but he gets the bad news from Brian O'Nora.
That's not one you want to swing at anyway on a 3-1 count. That fastball away. You're looking for the ball middle in. And this time they go to the outside corner to pick up the strike. Nicely framed by Wilson again behind the plate.
Saltalamacchia up the middle and off the bag at second. It'll kick into short left. So Saltalamacchia is thinking 2. Gardner's throw to second, and Saltalamacchia will be safe. He eluded the tag. Throw is not on the mark from Gardner, and Saltalamacchia into second base.
I wanted to run out and lasso Saltalamacchia when he took off the second base. I said, what are you doing? Saltalamacchia hustling down the first base line. He sees the ball hit the bag, slows down, and now decides he's going to go. And at that point, I said he's going to be out by 10 feet. But a bad throw back in from the outfield, and Saltalamacchia safe at second base. Speed kills.
Now Carp pinch running for Saltalamacchia. Day over for Jared as Mike Carp pinch runs at second base. This is to left field off the bat of Ross and caught out there by Gardner. No advance for Carp at second base, and Ross retired on one pitch. Well, Sox fans, you can create your own double play ticket package by combining two great Red Sox games. Choose one game in April or May and pair that with either opening day or a summer weekend game for double the fun. Tickets are available in a variety of seating locations throughout Fenway Park, so choose your games now at redsox.com/tickets. One out, runner at second in the Boston fifth inning. Jackie Bradley Jr., the batter, and he takes ball one outside. Bradley struck out in the third inning. 22-year-old from Richmond, Virginia. So mark his third pro season. Honored by the Boston baseball writers as the Red Sox 2012 Minor League Player of the Year. Ranked as the #2 prospect by Baseball America in the Red Sox system. Is Sky one to center. Mesa battling the sun. Now locates it. Goes back a few more steps and makes the grab. Now a long, good throw to third base, but not in time as Carp tagged up and moved over to third on the flyout by Jackie Bradley Jr. 2 down.
And quite a bit to battle out there for the outfielders this afternoon. The wind and the sun right now. And it looked like Mesa had a little problem with it at the beginning, but was able to corral it. Using everything, sunglasses, using that glove up to try to block the sun, and finally makes the play.
So 2 down, Carp at third base. And Jacoby Ellsbury, the batter, is grounded out to second, grounded out to short. 2 at bats today. A bounce in, blocked by Wilson, with Carp just 90 feet away.
Oh my God.
I think there are more night games now than when you played in spring training. It seems like there's a lot of night games now.
We used to play one over at Lakeland against the Tigers. That was it when I played, yeah. And then, you know, as the years have gone by, they played more and more, I think, because of television. Get them on in prime time. And I used to hate that night game, too. I hated it.
The one night game.
The one night game.
You dreaded the one night game.
Yeah, because you couldn't see the ball. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you're so used to playing the day games, and then you go over and play in the bad lights.
Seems difficult to get in any kind of routine for the players during the spring because you'll have a night game, day game, night game, day game. And different than the regular season. Pitcher's got to cover, and he does. On the out on Jacoby Ellsbury, keeps the Red Sox from scoring in the fifth inning. Nice job by Ramirez to cover the bag. We played 5. It's 1-0. Boston on top of New York. Nothing. Red Sox on top of the Yankees as we get ready for the top of the 6th inning. It's a breezy day here at JetBlue Park, and some changes for the Red Sox defensively. Mitch Meyer, the former Kansas City Royal, takes over in center field for Jacoby Ellsbury. Will Middlebrook's day is over as Drew Sutton is at third base now for Boston. And the Red Sox bring on their closer to work here in the 6th inning, Joel Hanrahan. Last year, as a member of the Pirates in 63 games. He was 36 out of 40 in save opportunities with a 2.72 earned run average, 67 strikeouts to 36 walks. And Hanrahan in here for what has been an impressive day for Red Sox pitching. They have combined to retire the last 14 Yankees in a row. New York has just one hit. Brett Gardner with an infield hit. He was the first batter of the game, but retired everybody since. 5 strikeouts along the way. Tempster 3 shutout innings. Uehara and Miller each with a successful inning, and Andrew Miller struck out all 3 batters he faced. So far it's been very good for the Red Sox pitching staff. Zoilo Almonte the batter. Almonte straightened up on a pitch inside. This appears to be a strength for the Red Sox, Jerry, the bullpen, and we're getting to see a lot of it today. Uehara, Miller, and Hanrahan, and you got Andrew Bailey also in the mix towards the end of the game, but it does appear that's going to be a strong suit for the Red Sox.
Yeah, Seva's also in the mix out there, and it is a very, very deep part of the Red Sox club, and you wonder where they're going to be able to place all these guys. They'd like to carry 3 left-handers out of the bullpen.
This one grounded foul outside of first.
Good problem to have, I would guess, at this stage of spring training. Of course, things change very quickly, as we found out last year when Bailey went down with the injury. It kind of threw the bullpen into a flux early in the season, and it took them a while to get it straightened out.
One-two is in again. Well, the Red Sox definitely be looking to prevent an 0-6 start. That has been a problem the last 2 years for the Red Sox out of the gate. That is not the way they want to do things in 2013. They do have a tough schedule to begin the year, the Yankees and the Blue Jays. And there is strike 3. 4 strikeouts in a row for Red Sox pitching. The first for Hanrahan. Well, Jacoby Ellsbury out of the game, and joining us is Jamie Ernall.
Don, Jackie Bradley Jr. starting in right field today, and that's because Shane Victorino took off from Fort Myers this morning to go represent Team USA at the World Baseball Classic. But before he left, he wanted to assure Red Sox fans that the relationship, communication development that he has had with Jacoby Ellsbury so far in spring training won't be disrupted by his absence. In fact, Jacoby and Shane decided early on that they would treat this like it was a trade situation, get used to each other, and fast, and that is exactly what has happened. Shane also wanted to assure us that he'll have about 10 to 11 days on the back end of spring training to get back into the groove in the outfield with Jacoby Ellsbury before the season opener with these Yankees.
A very tough situation. You get Shane Victorino settling in with his new club. Certainly probably would like to have the full spring training to get to know everybody and get used to his new team, but also wanting to represent his country and be a part of the WBC, which he is going to do. Yeah,
I think one of the keys, according to Farrell this morning, is the fact that they guaranteed him and get the proper amount of at-bats, and I think that's one thing the Red Sox are concerned about, that you would not get as many at-bats as you would if you stayed with the ball club, but they kind of reassured Victorino and Farrell that he would get the amount of bats that they need, so off he goes.
1 out, 1 on for Bobby Wilson, who grounded out to third base in the 3rd inning. A broken bat single for Corbin Joseph has him at first base. That breaks up a string of 15 in a row retired by Red Sox pitching.
Hey, Fenway Frank,
David Ortiz is trying to get into game action. Has been running the bases and feeling better as time goes on. You get the feeling there's some concern as to whether or not he'll be ready to go on opening day.
Kind of surprised me when I heard that today. I was not aware of that. I know we have not seen him in a game, or we've seen him take batting practice and do agility drills, and what do they say? They're taking it 3 days at a time and see how he feels after that. and then continue the program. And there was some question this morning about whether he'd be ready for opening day.
And Jenny Dell will have more on that, but 3-1 pitch. Runner takes off, and there's a ground ball that gets through. Sutton at third base, kind of backed up, let it play him, and gets by him as Bobby Wilson to reach. Joseph takes second base.
When the ball plays you've got little chance, and you know you're in trouble too. You see the ground ball hit at third base. It's going to kind of take one of those explosive hops and go right underneath the glove of Drew Sutton at third base. Once you get an infielder back on his heels, it's never a very good result after that.
So 2 on, 1 away. Yeah, Brett Gardner coming up for his third at bat of the day. Third time through for the Yankees order. Gardner with an infield hit in the first, flied out to the warning track in right field in the fourth inning. Pinch runner at first base. Austin Romine is running at first base. As coming out of the game, Bobby Wilson, the catcher. IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida, has trained some of the world's top athletes. Now it's your turn. Go to NESN.com/IMG for your chance to win a free week of youth sports camp. Yankees have runners at first and second and 1 out. Brett Gardner ahead of the count, 1-0. In their first strike. Swing and a miss. Is at 95 miles an hour. I'm going to look at Hanrahan's fastball for the Red Sox closer.
Tied up Gardner a little bit with that fastball on the inside part of the plate. Looked like Gardner was trying to slap it to the opposite field.
That's away, and it evens at 2-2 as Hanrahan tried to work that outside corner. A bounce off Ross, got hung up with the batter, and moving to third base is Joseph as Ross popped up and runner kind of in the way. No interference call as Joseph was going to get to third anyway.
Pretty good block here by Ross on the breaking ball, but it just bounces up that first base line, and once it does that, the runner at second base, Joseph, knows he has plenty of time to get to third. It does hold the runner Romine at first base because it did go in that direction. So the double play remains in order with 1 out.
Wild pitch charged to Hanrahan. It's in a bit of a jam here in the 6th inning after getting the first out. This one sprayed foul off to the left. Do it again, 3-2.
There's absolutely nothing. Once that ball's blocked by the catcher, there's nothing the batter can do except stand there. He doesn't have to try to get out of the way. He can just stand in the way, and interference will not be called on him. Most of the time you see interference on the hitter, it's on throws to second base.
Ball 4, and Gardner down to first base. Base is filled with the Yankees now. That was the first walk allowed by Red Sox pitching today.
And the first sign of trouble for the Red Sox today in this game.
Offensively, the Red Sox only able to come up with a run, the home run by Napoli in the 2nd inning. And the Yankees threatening here in the 6th. Bases loaded, 1 out. Eduardo Nunez, the batter. In there for strike one to Nunez. Ronnie or Mustelier into the game now for New York. Takes over for Brett Gardner. As a swing and a miss. Kind of a wild cut there for Nunez. On the ground right side and into right field, a base hit. Joseph will score and hung up at second base, going too far. As the ball gets away, able to get back. And that second base was Mustelier. He was heading to third, but there was a base runner standing at third base.
Sometimes you come into a game as a pinch runner and you're not aware of all those that are on base. And that time it looked like Mustelier didn't have any idea that there was a man in front of him. There's the base hit by Nunez to drive in a run. Now you're going to see the runner at second base overrun the back. He looks up and says, wait a minute, that man at third's not scoring. I got to get back. Though to second base not quite in time, as Drew cannot control the baseball.
So bases reloaded for New York as they tie this game 1-1. Corbin Joseph had scored for New York. And a chance here for Jason Nix to do some damage. There's a broken back grounder towards short. Through to second for one. On to first. It is late, and the Yankees take a 2-1 lead. In the back door from third, Romine comes in for New York. And an RBI for Jason Nix that puts the Yankees on top 2-1.
Yeah, broken bat. Broken bat ground ball that was not hit hard enough for the Red Sox to turn over the double play. Jams him down and in, and you see that ground ball just getting close to the grass is Drew, and from that point it's going to be very difficult to turn over a double play. So the Yankees take the 2-1 lead. Red Sox have been breezing through this ball game till the sixth inning.
There's Juan Rivera. It's a ground ball down to third base. Sutton with a bobble again. The throw is going to be late. A run scores, and the second miscue of the inning for Drew Sutton down at third base as the Yankees are able to take a 3-1 lead.
And it's one of those innings for Sutton. It's please get the third out and get me off the field. Got caught back on his heels earlier. That time he's down on one knee, but the ball takes a bad bounce. He comes up trying to throw to first base, but not in time.
No pitch runner at first base. That is J.R. Murphy running at first base. So bases reloaded. We're actually runners at first and second now for New York, and the pitch is low and outside. Dan Johnson batting for New York. After 5 very good innings for Red Sox pitching, Joel Hanrahan running into some trouble in the 6th. Hasn't had much help from his friends, though. 2 miscues in the inning for Drew Sutton added to the pitch count here for Hanrahan in the inning. And New York scoring 3 times so far. Strike over the outside corner. Red Sox do have action in their pen as Shinichi Tozawa warms in the Red Sox pen. I've already seen Dempster, Uehara, and Miller today. Johnson, the 8th batter of the inning for New York. And then a swing and a foul tip. It's 2-2. Popped up foul, back and out of play. Prior to this inning, the Red Sox had just the one run in the second inning, the home run by Mike Napoli, but New York has put a 3 spot on the board so far here in the top half of the 6th inning.
That's 30 pitches this inning for Hanrahan. That's much more than what they had hoped for, I think, in this one inning from him.
Ball 4 and Hanrahan walks Johnson, and that's going to do it for Hanrahan. Pitching change here for John Farrell. 2 walks in the inning for Hanrahan. Mentioned the 2 errors by Sutton. And that is a 31 pitch effort for Hanrahan. Not what he wanted, as he will leave the mound. And Shinichi Tazawa will be coming in here for the Red Sox, their 5th pitcher of the day. So have you gotten your daily fix today? Well, Nesson has you covered with Nesson Daily tonight at 10 p.m. Adam Pellerin and Jamie Erdahl will get you caught up on everything you need to know about your favorite New England sports, including a complete recap of today's Sox-Yankees action. Andy Brickley breaks down the Bruins and the Canadiens' big game tonight. And Dennis Rodman comments as only he can on his trip to North Korea. All that and more on Nesson Daily tonight at 10 p.m.
Should be a good hockey game tonight. Bruins have won 6 games in a row.
Well, some Kevin Youkilis fans have made their way from Tampa Bay here into JetBlue Park. Of course, Yankees training in Tampa Bay, and tough outing for Joel Hanrahan as he departs responsible for the men on. The Yankees will have the bases loaded. 3 runs into the inning. There have been 2 miscues in the inning. He walked a couple and had 1 strikeout. He opens the door here for Shinichi Tazawa, who appeared in 37 games last year, 1-1 with a 1.43 earned run average. 45 strikeouts to 5 walks for Tazawa, and batters hit just .227 against him. His best season in a Red Sox uniform last year. And another guy who's apparently going to be part of the bullpen. It's going to be quite a group out there in the pen for the Red Sox. And Tazawa has had a good spring so far as he comes into a situation here where the Yankees have put together 3 runs and comes in with 2 outs and the bases loaded for New York. Now, I mentioned David Ortiz earlier and hoping that he's ready for opening day, and Jay, that's certainly the hope.
That is certainly the hope. And Red Sox manager John Farrell said that the next few days will be key in shedding some light on the status of Ortiz. Farrell believes in the next 3 days they'll tell a lot about where David is at with his ability to remain loose. I actually spoke with Ortiz before the game, and he told me that he's making progress every day, but he did admit to being a bit sore last night after running the bases at full speed during yesterday's workout. He took today off from running the bases. Farrell suggested Saturday that if all is well and all is going as planned, Ortiz would be seeing some game action by the end of this week. Speaking with David, though, he said he's not rushing this. He's going to get out there right when he can. Jerry, one thing to take away from this, John Farrell did say that he's still calling his opening day DH David Ortiz.
Yeah, and there's still plenty of time left. We have the benefit of the long spring this year because of the World Baseball Classic. So, still 4 weeks left in spring training. That's a long time, and that still gives David, as long as he can get some at-bats and get those, maybe 30 at-bats during spring training, that'd be probably plenty for him.
Strike 1 to Melky Mesa, center fielder for the Yankees. 3rd at bat of the day. He's grounded out to 3rd base and struck out swinging. Breaking ball for strike 2, 0-2.
Over the top curveball that time from Tazawa.
Mesa tried to hold up. Did he? No. He went around and strikes out. Inning comes to an end. Well, Tazawa puts an end to a tough inning for Red Sox pitching and Joel Hanrahan. The Yankees score 3 times and lead it 3-1. Baseball on Nesson is brought to you by Jordan's Furniture. Jordan's is your official beauty rest headquarters and official furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Well, a gusty day here today at JetBlue Park, Fenway South. And a cool day with clouds above at JetBlue Park as the Red Sox now trail 3-1 to the Yankees. We get ready for the bottom of the 6th inning. Red Sox out hitting the Yankees 4-3, but 2 miscues. Big miscues as it works out in the top half of this inning, leading to the Yankees' 2-run lead. And it's Dustin Pedroia to lead it off. Pedroia 1 for 2. Singled in the 4th inning. Jose Ramirez back on the mound for New York, but that's about all that is the same on the Yankees defense, as they have wholesale changes. Some I know about and some I don't.
Well, we're getting it together now as we...
I don't know anything about the left side of the infield. Do you know anything about the left side of the infield?
Seager's at third base.
Okay.
Marosaki is a shortstop. Perella is at second.
I have Merton at first. Who's at third?
Seager.
He just made a throw in the dirt, but it's dug out by Merton at first base. So Seager making that play down at third base, and retired is Dustin Pedroia for the first out of the inning.
It's not fair showing us a replay when we're still trying to get the changes into the ball game.
That was unfair.
That's unfair.
Yeah.
Put that one on the truck.
One out of the inning. Here's Stephen Drew for his third at bat of the day. He's grounded back to the mound and single to right field, 1 for 2. Lines one to right. Tyler Austin is there to make the catch for the second out of the inning. I want to remind you to be there for the opening homestand of the 2013 season as the Baltimore Orioles visit Fenway Park for a 3-game series, starting with the home opener April 8th through April 11th. The action continues April 12th through Marathon Monday on the 15th when the Sox battle Tampa Bay. Get your tickets for these great matchups at redsox.com/tickets. 2 down in the last of the 6th inning as Mauro Gomez bats for the first time. Gomez taking over at first base from Mike Napoli, who had gone 1 for 2 with a home run in the 2nd inning. Gomez getting his first at bat. Adam Warren started the game with 3 innings, giving up the 1 run, the home run to Mike Napoli, and Jose Ramirez has been in there since the 4th inning. Works with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. So the numbers for Mauro Gomez in 37 games for the Red Sox last year. Taken all the way on the 3-0, and it's 3-1. Jose Ramirez has retired the last 5 Red Sox in a row and 7 of the last 8. Is a liner to short that's picked by Maruzak to end the inning. So we head to the 7th inning with the Yankees on top 3-1. Young Red Sox fan having a good time. We head to the 7th. 3-1, the Yankees on top of the Red Sox. We venture into the 7th inning back at JetBlue Park at Fenway South. Shinichi Tazawa back on the mound for the Red Sox as we start this 7th inning. Tyler Austin to lead it off here for New York. Takes over for Zoilo Almonte, who was 0 for 2. Ground out and a strikeout. Joel Hanrahan ended up going 2/3 of an inning. Inning in which the Yankees scored 3 times. Allowed a couple of hits in the inning. And walked 2 batters, but again, there were 2 errors committed at third base by Drew Sutton. Also struck out a batter. Red Sox pitching today with 6 strikeouts in the contest. Well, today's Inside Word on NESN comes to you courtesy of Bob's Discount Furniture. Let's go down to field level where Jenny's standing by with Stephen Drew.
Stephen, John Farrell said that you are a complete player, and that's something that you showed us this spring training so far. How's it been being in a Red Sox uniform?
It's been good. You know, a good transition for me this offseason, kind of not knowing where I was going to be and winded up here. I knew it was going to be a great place to play because of my older brother and actually getting to play here about 14 times at Fenway during the year interleague. So a great transition for me, good guys on this team, and I can't wait to get it going.
Speaking of good guys on this team, a player like Dustin Pedroia, what's it like playing with a guy like that?
You know, he's high energy, but, you know, he's a great player, you know, professional, and, you know, playing against him through the years, it's been fun to watch, and now to be a part of. It's, you know, it's fun for me, and also it's, you know, it's easy transition over there. I mean, he does his job and makes it look easy, and it makes me, you know, very comfortable.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And Stephen Drew, Arizona last year, and Oakland with the A's last season, and coming to the American League for the first time. His day is over today as Tazawa deals with a 3-2 pitch. It is strike 3 to Austin. So Tazawa has struck out both batters that he's faced. Look good here today. 1 down.
The Red Sox have had quite a number of strikeouts in this game today. Nasty by Tazawa there. Again, that ball might have been off the outside edge a little bit, but he'll certainly take the call. He likes that call from the umpire because I don't think it was a strike.
That's Tazawa's second K. Red Sox pitching with 8 today. Rob Segadin, the batter, took over at third base. Batting with 1 out, nobody on in the Yankees' 7th inning. In there for strike 2. Well, the Red Sox defense foul over by the Red Sox dugout. Red Sox defense now has Nava at left, Mitch Meyer at center, Pedro Siriaco in the game in right, Drew Sutton at third, Brock Holt at shortstop, Justin Henry at second base, Mauro Gomez at first, Ryan LaVarnway doing the catching for Shinichi Tazawa.
And that matches up what we have, Don, so that's a good
awesome
thing.
Yeah, it's good.
Good thing.
Swing and a miss, and Tazawa strikes out his third batter. 2 down in the 7th inning.
Looks like Tazawa here going to the splitter to pick up the strikeout. See the bottom drop out of that. It was not quite as low as maybe he'd like it, but gets a good result. The swing and the miss.
Two down for Austin Romine. Romine coming in to catch for the Yankees last inning and makes the breaking ball for strike 1. It's in the spot of Bobby Wilson, who had been 0 for 2 in the game. 31 games last year in the minor leagues for Austin Romine. Ronnier Mustellier waits on deck for New York. 2 outs, bases empty. Top of the 7th inning. On the ground right side, Justin Henry at second base. The toss to first that ends the inning. Tazawa retires all 4 batters that he faces. The Yankees have a 3-1 lead, 7th inning stretch.
Today's
The Yankees have the lead over the Red Sox as we head into the bottom of the 7th inning. Well, here's what's on tap for us. March 8th, Minnesota at 7:05. March 9th against Baltimore at 7:05. March 10th as we do 3-3, Jerry. We go to Port Charlotte, take on the Tampa Bay Rays. Day baseball after night baseball at 3-3. That's giving the announcers some spring training. Then March 15th, Minnesota, night game. And March 17th, take on the Tampa Bay Rays here at JetBlue Park at 1:35. So
I don't know if I'm ready for 3 in a row, Don. I don't think I've thrown enough pitches yet to get through 3.
You're not there. You haven't stretched it out enough.
No, I haven't stretched it out. And I'm kind of coming off injury, too.
Well, it's supposed to be warm here in Florida during spring training, but it's not been, especially not in the sunshine.
I'll tell you what, it was cold out on the Lanai last night.
I bet it was.
Wow.
Chase Whitley is the new pitcher for the Yankees. Last year at Scranton Wilkes-Barre, 41 appearances, 9-5, 3.25 earned run average, 66 Ks and 80 1/3 innings. Takes over for Jose Ramirez, who went 3 innings, giving up 3 hits, no runs. Didn't walk anybody and struck out a batter. So the first 2 Yankees pitchers both going 3 innings. Adam Warren started the game for New York, gave up a run, the home run to Napoli. 3 shutout innings for Jose Ramirez. And now Chase Whitley into pitch the bottom of the 7th inning. Daniel Nava has played the entire game so far for Boston, and he leads it off. Nava takes strike 1.
Why is it, Don, when they say it's 50 degrees in Boston, it's, you don't feel that bad, but when it's 50 down here,
it feels bad.
I mean, it's cold.
Yeah, it's cold. Well, part of it is we really didn't dress for it. I think that's part of it. I mean, usually bounce around in shorts down here during the spring, normally.
I only brought 2 pair of pants, 2 pair of jeans, that's it. Usually I wear shorts all the time.
You might have to go shopping.
I don't think so.
On the ground to first base. Merton's got it. He'll take it to the bag himself. 1 down to the 7th inning. 7 in a row retired by Yankees pitching. And that'll bring up Drew Sutton. Drew Sutton had a couple of miscues in the field. Part of the Yankees' 3-run attack in the 6th inning. He was at third base. And now bats for the first time. Middlebrooks today had walked and grounded into a fielder's choice. 0 for 1 for the Red Sox starting third baseman, but Sutton getting his first at bat. And a grounder up the middle, kicks towards Morozak at short, and he throws out Sutton for the second out of the inning. Let's send it down to Jen.
Don, earlier we were talking about Jackie Bradley Jr. I asked the fans at home for their opinion, and Chris Brayton says he's a great player, speed, offense, and defense. He'll be a superstar. Looking forward to seeing him at Fenway. And as you mentioned earlier, John Farrell definitely agrees to that. Every time he steps on the field, he's done something very impressive, is what Farrell said. He's sound fundamentally, takes great routes to the ball, and his hits both left-handed and right-handed pitching. Don and Jerry, for a young player in this camp, he's certainly impressing the right people.
Well, he's done a nice job so far. Certainly has opened the eyes of a lot of people expecting big things from Jackie Bradley Jr.
One of the things that impresses me about him is his demeanor. You know, he seems very relaxed, and that's not the case for a lot of guys that are in spring training for the first time. It seems like he's been here before, plays that way, and you know, it's going to be fun to watch the development of a guy that could be a very, very good major league player.
Well, you wonder, though, you got Jacoby Ellsbury playing every day in center field. Is it better for Jackie Bradley Jr. to be playing every day in Pawtucket to begin the year?
Oh, I would think so, yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I don't think they're going to have him around a big league team to sit on the bench.
Now strike 3 to Carp. He goes looking. The Yankees pitching has retired 9 batters in a row. We're through 7 from JetBlue Park. New York on top of Boston, 3-1. Spring training baseball in Nesson is presented to you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. A retired number of Carl Yastrzemski. One of the numbers here outside JetBlue Park. Of course, Ted Williams. They're all lined up out there as Jim Rice and Carlton Fisk. With some big numbers. You get a chance to get a picture with those numbers when you come here to JetBlue Park. Fans coming down. They are huge outside the ballpark. And the Yankees with a 3-1 lead. Andrew Bailey into the game for Boston. 19 appearances last year after being injured in spring training and starting the year on the DL. Higher earned run average of 7.04. He was 6 out of 9 in save opportunities. Begins this year in a setup role for the Red Sox. Joel Hanrahan. And the closer by John Farrell during the offseason after the Red Sox got Hanrahan. Mestellier to lead it off for New York here in the 8th with the Yankees on top 3-1. Ronnie Mestellier last year in 114 games at .314. First at bat today, took over defensively an inning ago. The Red Sox pitching with 9 strikeouts today between Dempster, Uehara, Miller, Hanrahan, and Tazawa. Junichi Tazawa had 3 strikeouts in his inning and a third of work. Didn't allow a hit nor a run. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Andrew Bailey, who had 26 saves in his first year with the Oakland A's, then 25 and 24. Staying healthy, always a problem for Andrew Bailey over the course of his career. Originally a 6th-round pick by the Oakland A's, and he strikes out Mastilier for the first out of the 8th. That's strikeout number 10 for Sox pitching today.
Now we've seen some very good pitching in this ball game this afternoon. Again, Bailey going to the corner, the outside corner, to pick up the strikeout. I mean, a lot of these strikeouts are being taken because they're nasty pitches. I mean, they're unhittable pitches.
One down for Maruzak, who takes strike 1. Well, the Eastern Conference leading Boston Bruins look to continue their winning ways on NESN Tuesday night when they visit Alex Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals. NESN's coverage begins at 6:30 with the puck drop 30 minutes later. Don't miss the black and gold turn the Caps black and blue Tuesday on NESN. Bruins have won 6 in a row with points in 9 of their last 10 games. And there's the big game tonight against the Montreal Canadiens. No 2-pitch is high. Tuzak batting right now. And Jose Pirela waits on deck.
You'll get it.
I'll be with you in a minute. Stand by. Two and two.
I worked with a guy like that once. He starts for a stat, and it's a standby, and then, like 5 games later, I was still standing by.
I'll be with you in a minute. No. Ruzak fouls it back to the screen. Still 2-2. The spring training scorecard, does that go usually for you? Do you get many sales on your scorecards during spring?
I throw it out.
You do.
I throw it out. No.
They're tough to follow along after a certain point, especially when you get into the 8th and 9th innings. That is strike 3. An impressive day for Red Sox pitching. That's the second strikeout for Bailey. And it's back-to-back Ks for Bailey.
Just about the same spot again. Again, that fastball down and away from Bailey. Identical spot. Outside part of the plate and knee high.
Send it down to Jenny Dell.
Well, Don, they have fans out there that are actually agreeing with you and Jerry, obviously. Kendall believes that Jackie Bradley Jr. is a stud, but no need to rush him to the big club yet. AAA this year to keep improving is the right move. And John Farrell actually touched upon this last week when he was asked if there's a chance that Jackie Bradley could make the big league roster for opening day. Farrell said he's certainly not ruling it out, but Don, he said he'd be served well to get at-bats in the minor leagues before he comes up.
Well, there's a gapper to right center field for Pirela. He's thinking 2 and into second base with a 2-out double. Send a gapper into right center field between Siriaco and Meyer.
Yeah, getting back to that Jackie Bradley Jr. situation as we look at the replay, it doesn't make any sense to have a kid with all that talent sitting on a bench in Boston. I mean, he's got to be playing. And the fact is, you know, if you're not going to be an everyday player at the big league level, you're really wasting talented time and developmental time down at the minor leagues. But you can tell just by watching him, the way he carries himself and the way I mean, he's a big leaguer. It just may take a little time.
Well, Murphy ropes one down the left field line. It is a fair ball. Round from second comes Pirela, and Murphy at second base will be safe with an RBI double that has New York on top 4-1.
That time Bailey tried to come inside, and Murphy cleans it out down to the 310 marker. Bounces up against that wall, and the Yankees bringing down a skeleton squad today, but have the 4-1 lead, even with some very good Red Sox pitching in this game.
So runner at second, 2 down. Luke Merton, the batter for New York. takes a look at strike one. And Billy had two quick strikeouts, Mustellier and Maruzak. And then a back-to-back double scenario, and quickly another run for New York. Seen Dempster today, Uehara, Miller, Hanrahan, Tozawa, and now Bailey. And a swing and a miss. Bailey ends up striking out the side, but the Yankees end up with a run on a couple of doubles. New York enjoys a 4-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning from JetBlue Park. Four to 1, the Yankees have the lead over the Red Sox. We get ready for the last half of the 8th inning, and a special ceremony before the game here at JetBlue Park, the base of the center field flagpole, where a special seat has been permanently placed to honor prisoners of war and those missing in action since World War I. More than 92,000 American soldiers are unaccounted for. The seat that will always remain unoccupied will forever be dedicated to the memory of those brave men and women and to the sacrifices each made in serving this country. As a nice touch by the Red Sox today here at JetBlue Park. And certainly you are not forgotten as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning with the Red Sox trailing 4 to 1. Ryan Lavarnway to lead it off for the Red Sox in the 8th. Looks at strike one over the outside corner. 157 with a couple of home runs for Lavarnway last year. Speaking of developing, it appears that Ryan Lavarnway will be developing with the Pawtucket Red Sox. Jerry, as the season begins with Ross and Saltalamacchia both here, it does appear that he'll be headed back there again.
Yeah, and you know, that came as a little bit of a surprise in the offseason when they did go out and get David Ross, and they got him very quickly at the end of the season. A veteran backup catcher, and maybe feeling that what they saw out of Lavarnway last year, that maybe he needs a little more tuning up at the AAA level. How about that throw?
Sigaden throwing it into the dirt at first base. Not able to pick it out was Luke Merton, and Lavarnway is aboard.
Now there's a case of taking a play just way too easy. I mean, you know, you've got an easy hop, you've got plenty of time, and you just don't even throw the ball. You just flip it to first base, and the result, the error on the third baseman, Sigaden.
So Lavarnway on to begin the inning, and here is Pedro Siriaco batting for the first time. That's for Jackie Bradley Jr., who had been 0 for 2, striking out and flying out. Siriaco found his way into 76 Red Sox games a year ago. Another pitcher is Preston Claiborne, on for the 8th inning for New York. 50 games last year, 6-2 with a 2.96 earned run average. Comes the fourth arm used today by the Yankees. Popped up foul off to the right, out of play. Lead at first for Levarnway. Siriaco batting from the right side. And that's ball 2. Joe Girardi back at the helm for the Yankees this season, and some uncertainty for them. Of course, the big injury to Curtis Granderson coming very early in spring training in his first at bat. Alex Rodriguez might not be there for the season for the Yankees. They add Kevin Youkilis, and it is an older team now. They lose Nick Swisher. On the ground to third base. Second into second for one. On to first. Not in time. They do get the lead runner in Levarnway. I don't think the Yankees are really a sure thing headed into this season.
No, not the situation they're in right now. I mean, there's quite a few question marks. Can Mo return as the type of closer that he had been in the past, coming off the ACL? All the injuries they have in spring training. Will those guys be ready to start the season? Surely A-Rod's not going to be. Maybe miss the whole season. And Derek Jeter coming off the ankle thing that happened in the playoffs. So they're full of question marks.
One out, one on. Mitch Meyer, the batter, batting for the first time today. Jacoby Ellsbury had been 0 for 3, grounding out 3 times in his at-bats today. And Meyer took over in center field for him last year, 32 games with Kansas City. Spending most of the year at AAA Omaha, hit at 172 in his time at the major league level with Kansas City. Siriaco back to the bag at first.
By the way, that should have been a double play, but Siriaco's speed is so good, he was able to beat that out at first base. That ball was hit hard, a routine double play ball that they couldn't turn because of Siriaco's speed.
Throw to first, and Siriaco almost picked off. Kind of late to react to the move of Preston Claiborne.
Claiborne showing very quick feet. That's not a real big lead over there by Siriaco by any means, but he kind of froze out there a little bit and made it closer than it should have been.
Chase Whitley pitched the 7th inning at a 1-2-3 inning with a strikeout. Only 1 run allowed by Yankees pitching today. Adam Warren, the starter, went 3 innings, giving up 1 run. 3 shutout innings for Jose Ramirez. And now Preston Claiborne, the 4th Yankees pitcher. And a swing and a miss for Mitch Meyer.
And challenge time. Fastball. Very late swing by Meyer.
Runner goes, and Siriaco pitch in the dirt, and no chance for the catcher Dustin Romine. So stealing second is Pedro Siriaco.
Now Siriaco picked a good pitch to go on, even down by 3 runs late in the game. He got a breaking ball, a little peek in towards second base, and not even a throw to second base.
On the ground to shortstop. Ruzak looks the runner back at second. A high throw. And reaching at first base will be Mitch Meyer. So the defense a little shaky here for the Yankees.
Yeah, bad defense at third base this inning. Bad defense at shortstop. This ball just sails out of the hands of Mrazek. And up off the bag is Merton at first base. He can't come down on time, and the Red Sox got a couple of gift runners in this inning.
So an error for the shortstop Mrazek, and the Yankees will change pitchers. As Preston Claiborne's day is over, he goes a third of an inning. Defense not helping him out behind him. 7 sports, 450 acres. IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida is giving you the opportunity to train like a pro. Go to NESN.com/IMG for your chance to win a free week of youth sports camp.
Train where Don trains. That's where he got in shape for his video that got him 20,000 tweets.
It looks like Josh Spence coming into the game for New York. He'll be pitcher number 5 for Joe Girardi today. Let's take a look at our upcoming telecasts right here on NESN from spring training. The Red Sox and Twins in a filled couple of days for us. March 8th, March 9th, and March 10th, 3-3. A couple of night games and a day game. Then March 15th against Minnesota, the 17th against Tampa Bay. All the action right here on NESN spring training. There's the Red Sox Grapefruit League schedule continues to roll along.
Where's Tampa Bay? Are they in Port Charlotte?
Yes, 45 minutes.
That's a nice little easy drive. So you get the night and then the day game, but not a long ride.
No, we can do that.
That's a good thing.
I think our longest trip down here is Clearwater.
Yeah,
right?
That's a tough drive.
Yeah.
It's a bad drive.
Jupiter was on the original spring training list, but it's not anymore. That is.
That was gone. That was good.
That one was going to be our first trip across Alligator Alley in a while. We've not made that trip in a while. So, but Clearwater's not that far. It's only, what, 2.5?
Yeah, but it's kind of an aggravating drive once you get past Tampa up there. It gets a little. Get that one road that's
US 19.
US 19. Yeah, it's kind of a tough road. Beautiful stadium, though.
Yes, very nice. Phillies home.
Beautiful stadium.
Only a couple years old. Red Sox, we do not do the game up in Tampa, but the Red Sox still have one game left against the Yankees during the spring.
Yeah, I'm glad we're not going up there either.
Did you have anything to do with the scheduling? Did you be part of the meeting?
No.
Jupiter? Nope.
Just
Yankees? Nope.
If I had to do anything with the scheduling, it'd all be home games.
Right here at JetBlue Park.
Right here. Yeah.
Well, don't forget about NESN Daily tonight at 10 o'clock. Sox and Yankees recap from today. It's caught up on all today's news as Justin Henry coming up here to face a new pitcher, Josh Spence, into the game for New York. Last year in Scranton Wilkes-Barre, 31 games, 4-2, the 4.20 earned run average. Comes in, 1 out, runners at first and second. Red Sox batting in the 8th. There's strike 1 to Henry. Henry took over at second base. Dustin Pedroia had been 1 for 3 today. Reached on an infield hit in the 4th inning. Trying to get the Red Sox going. Some young Red Sox fans here. The "Let's Go Red Sox" chant. There's a chopper right side. Merton will go to second base and get the out there. The middleman retired, and Mitch Meyer for the second out of the inning.
And the Yankee infield finally able to make a play here in the 8th inning. It had been the infield that's caused this mini problem for him. That time they do get the force out at second base. Merton clears himself for that base runner who is going in pretty hard to try to take out the shortstop, but they do get the out at second.
2 errors, 2 fielders' choices in the inning, and with 2 outs and runners at first and third now, here's Brock Holt. Runners on, the responsibility of Preston Claiborne, who departed after a third of an inning. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Siriaco at third base. Henry at first base with 2 outs in the Boston eighth. And a pitch outside to make it 2-1 to Brock Holt. Brock Holt, part of the Joel Hanrahan deal, coming over from the Pittsburgh Pirates. And in 24 games last year with the Pirates, hitting at .292. Chop towards second base. Pirella will go to first, and that will end the inning. So the Red Sox threaten but do not score. Lots of great souvenirs here at JetBlue Park. Yankees have 4-1 lead. We head to the 9th inning. Four to 1, Yankees have the lead over the Red Sox. We get ready for inning number 9, and the Red Sox move on to their 7th pitcher of the day. As Andrew Bailey pitched the 8th inning, gave up a run on 2 hits. And the new pitcher for the Red Sox is Pete Ruiz. Last season, 29 games, 5-2 with a 3.48 earned run average. That was in Single A Salem inside the Red Sox farm system. He is a 10th round pick in 2008 for the Red Sox. Went to Santa Barbara Community College in 2008. Red Sox drafted him out of there. In the 10th round, he's from Menlo Park, California. And he takes over for Andrew Bailey to pitch the 9th inning against New York. I think it's Thomas Neal leading off here. No, it's Adonis Garcia who is going to bat. Actually, I was right the first time. It is Thomas Neal batting here as he takes ball 1.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was Neal.
1-0 is out towards right center field. Meyer going back. That is still going, and that ball's into the bullpen. A little home run for Thomas Neal here in the 9th inning to add to the Yankee lead as they jump on top 5-1.
You've seen the ball take off pretty good out there today toward that 420 marker, and Neal going to the opposite field with the home run. Inside out swing, generating a lot of power as he puts it out toward that Red Sox bullpen. Don't like to see that when you are called up to the big league camp.
There is Tyler Austin. Austin struck out looking in the 7th inning, his second at bat of the day. It's a fly ball well to deep left field. Hazelbaker going back onto the track, and he dives and can't get it. We'll rattle around, one hopping the wall, and it's a double for Austin. And a tough start for Pete Ruiz here in the 9th inning.
Yeah, but that ball should have been played by somebody out there, whether it be Hazelbaker or Mitch Meyer out there in center field. That's a high fly ball. It's up there an awful long time, and you can see Hazelbaker looking towards the center fielder. He's not there. And grabs right off the top of the glove, and it's going to be a two-base hit.
So a home run and a double so far here for the Yankees. And a pitch high for ball one. Seguin, took over at third base. He struck out swinging in the 7th inning. Strike over the outside corner, 1-2 as Ruiz tries to battle back. Two and two. Just joining us today, Ryan Dempster with a very good start for the Red Sox. 3 shutout innings, giving up 1 hit. Koji Uehara, 1 shutout inning. Andrew Miller, shutout inning. Joel Hanrahan had a little trouble, but a couple of errors committed behind him. He was charged with 3 runs in 2 1/3. So Shinichi Tozawa for an inning and a third, no hits, no runs, and Andrew Bailey gave up a run in his inning of work today.
Back-to-back nice blocks by Lavanway behind home plate. Last 2 pitches, breaking balls in the dirt. And he needs a new mask as that becomes unusable. There's the breaking ball down in the dirt, and again just blocking it is Lavanway.
Nice pick of the backhand that time by Lavarnway. It's ball 4, and down to first base goes Seguin. So still nobody out. Runners at first and second for New York. Austin Romine coming up now for the Yankees. Romine 0 for 1. He grounded out to second base. And Justin Henry in the 7th inning. Pickoff play at second, and back in time safely is Austin. Shooting in Brock Holt from the shortstop spot. Well, he's still looking for an out here in the 9th as the 1-0 will miss high. 2-0. Strike call over the outside corner. Ruiz giving up a home run to begin the inning, then a double and a walk. 4th batter that he has faced since being called in from the pen. Flares it foul and evens it up at 2-2.
Well, you can just hear everybody back home saying the Red Sox can't beat a lousy Yankee team that comes down. Not even their regulars. They don't have any regulars right now.
No regulars.
They have no regulars.
Their regulars were here. Brett Gardner started the game. Eduardo Nunez, Jason Nix,
A lot of fans leaving early in this ball game. Of course, it's not unusual when you get to the second part of the ball game and a bunch of players that you really don't know are in there, and unusually cool temperatures here in Florida.
Ruiz picks up the strikeout as Romine strikes out on a pitch up and away.
Yeah, that's got to feel good after a home run, a double, and a walk. Finally get that strikeout. I think a little bit of help by Romine chasing a pitch that might have been out of the strike zone there, a little bit high.
So one out here in the ninth inning. Stellier, the batter, he struck out in the eighth inning looking. Thirteen strikeouts for Red Sox pitching in this game today. First for Ruiz. To left field. Hazelbaker is out there, and he'll make the catch below the cap high for the second out of the inning. No advance for the base runners for New York. 2 down.
Don, I think that was your first below the cap high of the spring.
I think it was.
It was.
It felt good, too, to run it right out there.
Kind of a typical Yankee fan there, wearing a stocking cap and short sleeve shirts in this chilly weather.
With a scarf. Is that a scarf?
Yeah, it's very fashionable. A lot of Yankee fans here today. You see a lot of Yankee shirts and caps.
Rizak, the batter, with 2 outs here in the ninth inning. Runners at first and second. A run in for New York. The Yankees have a 5-1 lead.
That's what it looks like in April at Fenway quite a bit.
Not used to it in March, though, here. Two 1 pitch is in there for strike 2. Breaking ball from Ruiz is starting to settle in here a little bit in his outing.
After a tough start, a couple of quick outs, and now even in the count at 2-2 on that last breaking ball.
This is out towards right center field. Meyer on the run, and he'll make the running grab. Nicely done by Mitch Meyer in center field. A home run in the inning for Neal as the Yankees on top 5-1. A good running grab from Mitch Meyer. Red Sox have work to do.
Well, the Red Sox trail it on the scoreboard 5-1 as we go to the bottom of the ninth. There have been some good signs for Boston today, and Dempster, who started the ball game pitching very well, economical, throwing strikes. Andrew Miller with a big inning, 3 strikeouts, 1 on a fastball, 2 on sliders, and offensively, Mike Napoli with another home run. This one deep to straightaway center field for the home run, but highlights have been far and few between this afternoon for John Farrell and his group.
Talking it over with his bench coach Torey Lovullo as we head to the bottom of the ninth inning. Red Sox been held to 4 hits today, and the Yankees will use their 6th pitcher of the day. Kelvin Perez comes into the game for New York. Last year 48 games for him in the minor leagues, 7-3 with a 1.58 earned run average. 81 Ks and 85 2/3 innings. He will face Mauro Gomez to begin things here in the bottom of the ninth. Swing and a miss. Foul tipping it into Austin Romine's glove. On the outside corner. And it's 1-2 to Mauro Gomez. Mauro Gomez, 28 years old. Last year getting into 37 Red Sox games. His major league debut a year ago. The Red Sox signed him as a minor league free agent. Spending time in the Texas Rangers organization and the Atlanta Braves. Before the Red Sox signed him to a minor league deal. These youngsters aren't giving up on the day. Red Sox down by 4 runs. (3-2) to Mauro Gomez. Ball 4 and a leadoff walk. A good start to the ninth inning for the Red Sox, who trail by 4. Jeremy Hazelbaker coming up here for the Red Sox. His first at bat of the day after he took over in left field for Daniel Nava. Nava had been 0 for 3 on the day. Hazelbaker 121 games a year ago, hitting at .273. Split the year between Portland and Pawtucket. Really didn't split it. Spent most of the year at Double-A Portland. As he takes strike 1. Red Sox 4th round pick in 2009. A bounce in, blocked by Romine. No advance for Gomez at first base.
Red Sox have to be patient here with Perez. Looks like a guy that will throw the ball all over the place, and you don't want to help him out swinging at bad pitches.
Falls behind 2-1. Hazelbaker stole 63 bases in 2010 for Greenville in Single-A. Since then, the most he's had in any season is 35. Double-A Portland in 2011. That's 63 thefts in 2010. Foul tip, 2-2.
Fastball registering 90 on the gun, but it certainly looks a little bit harder than that. So he throws it right by Hazelbaker on the inside part of the plate.
That'll get through. Gomez heads for second base. Romine could not stop that. Back to the backstop it goes.
Certainly a blockable ball, too, for Romine. It's a fastball that he just knocked down on right there. He kind of stays up a little bit, gets by him, and Gomez gets in a scoring position with nobody out.
Three-two to Hazelbaker. It's a fly ball out to left center field. Thomas Neal out there, the center fielder, a little staggered, but he makes the catch. Wynn played with it out there in center. Hazelbaker retired for the first out of the ninth.
Looks like the clouds starting to roll back in here in Fort Myers, coming in from the ocean side. Might be in for some more rain, Don.
Has that look, doesn't it?
Yeah.
One down, runner at second base. Drew Sutton, the batter for Boston. Sutton grounded out to shortstop in the seventh inning. Ground ball right side. Merton's got it. He will flip to the pitcher, and covering that time was Perez. For the out, Gomez takes third, 2 down in the ninth. Mike Karp coming up. Now Karp struck out swinging in the seventh inning in his only previous at bat. Pinch ran for Jared Saltalamacchia in the fifth inning. Down low, ball 2-0. Down and in for ball 3. Perez falling behind 3-0. And walked the leadoff batter in Gomez to begin the inning. Since then, Hazelbaker flying out to center. Sutton grounding out to first. And there's a 4-pitch walk to Mike Karp. Second walk allowed by Perez in the inning. And Romine out to talk to Perez.
Now, this really has been the most difficult inning the Yankees have had since being on the field this afternoon. Of course, they did give up that one run on the Napoli home run back in the second, but a lot of easy innings in this ballgame for them.
So first and third, 2 down. Ryan Lavarnway, the batter. Lavarnway reached on an error. Charged to Seguin down at third base. There's strike one as Karp takes off for second base. He'll take second. This will get through, and trying to score from third is Gomez. He will. And the Red Sox grab their second run of the day. So another one that gets through. Dustin Romine, and the Red Sox grab their second run.
Now, we talked about it at the beginning of the inning. You know, Perez looks like the kind of guy that has difficulty throwing strikes, and you don't want to help guys like that out. I mean, that's not even tempting to swing at right there. Breaking ball that just gets away from him. And the second run home for the Red Sox. So those 2 runs coming in the ninth inning. The Yankees look very big right now.
Popped up back at second base. The second baseman, Perel, almost dropped it, but he holds on to the baseball to end the ball game. Well, the Red Sox get a run in the 9th inning, but the Yankees hold on to win 5-2, and able to make the basket catch second time around. And today, some good things, Jerry, as the Red Sox dropped this one, but there were some positives.
Well, I think obviously the start by Dempster was certainly one. Andrew Miller, very, very impressive to me. It is 3 strikeouts in the inning, and Napoli with the home run. Other than that, not much very going on for the Red Sox in this ball game today, as Joe Girardi will take his club back up to Tampa and hope that it gets healthy.
Final score is 5-2. The Red Sox drop this grapefruit lead to the Yankees. NESN spring training coverage of Red Sox continues March 8th. Red Sox play host to the Minnesota Twins. Coverage comes your way live at 7 p.m. For Jerry, Jenny, Jamie, and our entire crew, I'm Don Orsillo. Have a great afternoon, and don't forget, NESN Daily comes your way tonight at 10. We now join an encore presentation of the best of Don and Jerry.